photographers. Fujifilm has been working hard to get your attention. This morning, among other things, they announced this little handful, the GFX 50S. Here are the news. What you can gather from the name is that it uses Fujifilm's larger than full-frame Bayer sensor, approximately 44 by 33 millimeters, with a 50 megapixel resolution and Fujifilm's G-mount lenses. I'll leave the explanation of the S and the 2 designations to others. It positions as the least expensive GFX model. Now, my review sample did not come with the new 35 to 70 millimeter lens, also announced. This is the 30 millimeter f3.5 prime. I did have a little time to familiarize and take a few test images, but I'll save the full demos and tests for a complete and detailed review. And let me give you a quick familiarization. A few details to start. The S2 uses Fujifilm's newest quad-core X processor 4. That makes it faster than its peers, and that provides more in-body stabilization, up to 6.5 stops. Focus system in the S2 is contrast detect, not phase detect, so you will see it hunting, but the focus engine is optimized by the processor, making it nearly as fast. Nostalgic film simulation is included, along with all of our other favorites. Video mode maxes to 30 frame HD. Not that there's anything wrong with that, somehow we expect more. But I suspect we'd have been equally happy without video. It does feel like a camera for the serious and considered photographer. And I don't mean to suggest that it's not fun and flexible, but that you'll get the most out of it if you are the methodical and thoughtful type who composes images with care, adjusting the settings for maximum results, which is what you'll get from this camera. As I've observed on other GFX models, the larger format sensor opens a world of texture and detail unavailable on lesser cameras, and combined with Fujifilm's film simulations and 14 stops of dynamic range, it opens your creative horizons. Now, with the kit lens, it's nearly a bargain. However, the kit, which seems smaller and lighter than other G-series lenses, is ramped and missing an aperture ring, so while inexpensive, it may not be the best representative of the brand. There are now 9 G-mount primes from 23 to 250 millimeters and 4 zooms, which will take you out as far as 200 millimeters. This is the 32 to 64 f4. Like the camera, all the lenses I've tried are solid and high quality. Now, the S2 bodies is weather resistant, as are all of the G lenses, and it's primarily magnesium alloy. This camera, at nearly 1 kilo, has a fair heft to it. Add another 500 grams or so for this lens. Now, the presentation referred to it as compact and lightweight. Here's my take when I heard that statement. But with all that, the front grip feels perfectly sculpted for my hand, so I'm holding it easily and comfortably. Design is similar to the 100S and 50S models, that fairly classic, if slightly utilitarian look and feel. It's dual textured black. The left topside mode dial has 6 custom positions and PASM, and the right side has a virtual display. By default, the large detented front dial selects ISO. The rear side is shutter duration. Aperture is set using a ring on the lens. Not sure how that will work on the kit lens that doesn't have an aperture ring. And the display stays on when the camera is powered off, useful for a quick check of settings, battery status, and card space. The key beside the shutter on-off combo sets exposure compensation, and the display shows the setting being adjusted. In aperture priority, that's shutter duration. The front key switches face detect settings by default. The rear cycles the display to histogram and setting summary screens. And these keys can be customized. There are 6 custom keys in all. Focus point is selected using the joystick, which is also used for menu navigation. Good feel, clean operation. The focus mode switch is beside the large viewfinder, which has a diopter and view mode control. Like other Fujifilm models, focus maxes to 425 points with really large coverage of the scene. The 3.69 m.OLED viewfinder, same as the 100S, refreshes at 50 frames. It's got a comfortable eye cup and a bright image. The tilting touch LCD is 2.36 m.dots, and it also tilts sideways for portrait mode shooting. Like the sensor, the aspect ratio of both displays is about 4:3. For images, the S2 has more aspect ratio selections than most, and there are 2 card slots. SDXC UHS-2 type are supported in both. And this side has a port for a remote control. On the other side, 3.5mm mic and headphone ports, as well under a separate door, USB-C, used to both power and charge the camera, as well as micro HDMI and PC sync terminal. An HDMI cable clamp is thoughtfully included. It is a focal plane shutter with mechanical and electronic options and multiple combo modes, including electronic front curtain. Maximum continuous is 3 frames per second. The menu is familiar to Fujifilm photographers and includes a new rapid AF setting. Not sure why you'd want this off. More testing required. The full suite of image settings is available. Grain, color chrome, tone curve, white balance shift, with 6 custom slots to store your favorite recipes. There's focus bracketing, multi-exposure combining up to 9 images, and a multi-shot pixel shift mode for studio stills up to 200 megapixels. So, quick operational observation. The contrast detect focus is quick. Shutter lag is minimal, but the shutter blackout seems a little longer than I'm used to. The word stately came to mind while I was shooting. Which brings us to a few sample images taken with this pre-production editorial sample. The detail, the texture, the bokeh is lovely. In one presentation slide, it seemed as if Fujifilm was saying that the noise level was a little higher than the 100S. That will also require more testing. ISO ranges from 100 to 12,800, extended L50, and up to 800 and 2,400. The S2 uses the W235 battery like the X-T4. Here, it's rated for 455 frames. The GFX 50 S2 is scheduled to be available in stores before the end of October. I'm looking forward to challenging this camera and getting through all the details. It's going to be stately, but fun. If you have questions or issues you'd like addressed in my full review, please post your suggestions below, but civil and relevant, please. There was one more thing among the other items in this morning's announcement: new X-mount lenses. This is the XF 33mm f1.4. An XF 23mm f1.4 was also revealed. They joined the XF 18mm f1.4 provided earlier this year. I think that makes a total of 9 fast X-mount primes. The 33mm does not replace the 35mm f1.4, which remains in the lineup. This new lens provides a precise 50mm equivalent for the APS-C sized X-series sensor. New lenses are weather resistant, fairly lightweight. The 33 is 360 grams, the 23, 375. Filter diameter is 58 millimeters. The 23 focuses to 19 centimeters, the 33 to 30. They should also be available by the end of October. After taking a few images with the 33mm using this X-T4, color reproduction and contrast is very pleasing. There's a very film-like quality to these images. These cameras and lenses are on loan from Fujifilm Canada, but I am not compensated by them, nor did they review or approve this video. I'm not sponsored by any manufacturer or service, so I don't stop in the middle to promote some product, nor do I allow YouTube to interrupt my videos with mid-roll ads. You are my sponsors, viewers and subscribers who've decided to become members. And if membership is for you, please use the join button below. But subscribers need not worry. No content will be behind a paywall. And thanks for watching. Stay safe.